Hello, my name's Jupi, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time with the ProcJam. The ProcJam, or the Procedural Generation Jam, is about making something that makes something. These are not all necessarily games. Some of them are tools or asset packs or other things, but I'm going to be checking out everything that was entered into this jam for about a minute each. Links to the individual games in the description so you can check them out further, about 10 per video. All my info will also be in the description so you can check me out on social media and see my stuff as well. This video, as always, is brought to you in part by the lovely people on Patreon who support me so I can continue to do all of this and record all of this. If you want to support me, there's a link to that too. At the end, I'll probably have an article of my favorites. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting. Next, we're checking out train generator from noise. So we can put in a key, like Jupiter. I kind of scrolled down as well. Arrow keys to move the camera, but that also moves the web pages. Oh wait, here's some of my land though. Oh, so my name makes a sort of island area. I'm sorry the page is moving up and down. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the game, and WASD doesn't work. Oh. This is quite the interesting looking bit of land. Oh, here's some mountains. Or maybe snow bits. So there's like some small islands and then big plots of land. This is just where my mouse is. It shows me what point it's at. This little island. That's where I want to live. Actually, this one's a nice size. Got like a whole little town there. Lots of lakes. Cool. Next, we're checking out planet generation study. So there's some planets we can kind of scroll in towards the sun. Bam. And then we can just scroll out and see the planets sort of move around. So the page says that basically it's a very basic planet generation where each sphere is generated from an ecosphere and each texture is generated based on noise. And that's created this little I don't know, what's a cluster of planets called? A galaxy? I don't feel like it's like stars. But yeah, it's created all of these. There's that one that's really close to the sun. Must be very warm there. I like this purpley planet that's kind of floating. There's two that look quite similar. There's a purpley one that's quite far out, and a purpley one that's sort of in frame right now. And one that'll come back in frame right there. Those are both quite cool. Next, we're playing weapon procedure generated prototype. Okay, so this is our first weapon. We can touch all of these. We can space. We get a new one: fire, miner, destroyer, projectile. Ooh, wow! So let's make like mines. That's quite intense. Inferno mine swan. Alright, so fire. Let's do morbid mine. Oh, so these mines just explode when walked over. Or well, after time. These ones also. Just hanging out there. Let's do space. Plastic trap type mine. Oh, I keep hitting space to like close this window and it's just changing it. Poison mine. I'm pretty sure that's quite similar to what we have. Magnetic swan. Ooh. This is quite slow as a bullet type. Can let it go and run away. Magnus sticky bomb. This is another mine. These ones are red. Yep. Next, we're playing map generator. Alright. So, oh, that's cool. That feels really cool to drag. So this is a map. And does it generate like the area? Like, okay, so there's like that mountain. Go away, and we come back, and that mountain's still there. So this is a pre-generated map that we're just sort of exploring around. Oh wow! The way that this scrolls is really nice. So you can do this with a touch on mobile, and this is my mouse wheel that can rotate the world. And then it can also control plus wheel. Can zoom us in or zoom us out. Oh wow, oh wow. That looks crazy. Let's zoom in a bit. Back to seeing details. That's really well presented, this map. That's quite satisfying to roll around. Next. We're playing Procedural Tree Creator, so we can change different aspects of this tree. Like the end radius. Okay, twisted. Oh, that looks quite funny. Different lines. Branch segments. Like that one towards the bottom is silly. Oh. Okay, so occasionally when I play this game it says out of like memory, so I have to refresh it. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Let's generate from seed. Actually, let's generate from random. Ooh, that one's quite cool. I like the way these branches are, and I like the color of the leaves. Oh, this one as well. It's like green. All of these trees that are generated look really nice. This is like a blue tree. Next. We're checking out Procedural Flower Generator. It is simply called Flower Generator. And you click Generate, and it makes a little flower, and the flower dances in the wind. They're simple line drawings, but they're really nice. They must look a bit like pinwheels because their petals are so far apart. And because they're moving so much. Look at this one. They're moving together. You make a whole little garden. That one's opposite. Oh, this is quite fun to watch. It's another thing that I would almost say could be a cool screensaver. Screensavers are still a thing. Like this little cluster here that are all on top of each other. Next. We're checking out the number 9 security envelope maker. So I wanted to show you this page because it'll explain what it is more. So basically you're going to use their thingy to create these envelopes, and then either the inside or the outside can have patterns on them to make them look, super cool. So like this is what it would look like in the end once you printed it. You can just go to this website, random patterns, or you could do like pattern size, large. Let's do random large. That's clear. Let's do some colors. Right. Cool. But you could also draw stuff, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea how, though, to be completely honest. Oh, yeah, you draw them in here. Okay. So, like, if you wanted a festive Christmas-themed one, you could take some blue. I don't know what the center of this is, but I don't know. Like this. You could make... I'm not art, let's be honest. But you could make some sort of snowflake thing. You're probably much better than me. I'm not very good at art. Maybe look at snowflake envelope. Sure. Or you could just generate some. Right? You could generate a random one. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. Then you just cut along the dotted lines, you fold it up, and you're done. Next. We're checking out ProcJam trees. It says more later, so this is in the beginning. But you can click and it'll make trees, and then we can change type of trees. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 1. And you could just restart if you wanted. Boop. Let's do 0 because 0 is random. I like how they look all hand drawn. They look very unique. You can make a whole forest. The developer said they were going to continue working on this and adding more stuff into it, more trees, etc. But this is all they've got done so far, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at all these trees. We've got a whole forest. You can pick out whatever Christmas tree you'd like for Christmas. I'm in a very Christmassy mood. Next. We're playing Emergent Hilarity Fantasy Name Generator. The history of names like Alexander the Great and Alita the Hun But in a fantasy setting, you need names with more epicness or more subtlety. Even better, let's pit some heroes and villains against one another in the arena. Click anywhere, press any key to discover a probable legend. Alright, a distracted rodent versus, I think it's Lint. Okay. Quillwyn, the occasional innocent. So just occasionally. They're occasionally innocent. Sometimes they've done it, but sometimes they're innocent. Versus Jogfuss, the reputably irascible. There's Utin, the frequently innocent, so a little bit more innocent. Versus Poxmax, the occasional apolic. These are quite funny. Ganera, the passionately obscure, versus Killeria, the believably unmentionable. And she's unmentionable, yet her name has killer in it. Well, kill in it, anyway. La Fox, the enormous obtuse, versus Drotter, the rarely incomprehensible. I like these name generators. They're always really fun, and I like how there's a little description of each one as well. Next. So we're back to looking at something that I can't quite check out personally, but I'm excited about. It's called the Tiny Sword Generator. It's a thing that works in Python to create these tiny little pixel dinosaurs, and they are so cute and so tiny, and I kind of just want them all. There's also a GIF. Look at, it's a GIF. And it generates little dinosaurs. And you can see all the little dinosaurs. And it's so cute, all these little dinosaurs. But yeah, that's what it is. The developer's still currently working on it. Eventually they'll have something that I guess people can use. Currently, people who don't use Python, currently you get this, this stuff, which requires the use of Python. I didn't explain that well. Currently you get this, which is you need to know how to use Python. I don't know how to use Python, so I think they're working on making a .exe that I can just click on and then I'll get more stuff. But there's tons of details here about it. So yeah, this looks really cute. Next.